And moving further with the question number 3, students, where one unit that will belong to classified advertisements, and that will be very specific for class 12th students to understand it, and to get acquainted with all the basic proportions to display a classified advertisements. Students, what is a classified advertisement? A classified advertisement is a small advertisement that you put in a newspaper or a magazine, usually because you want to sell or buy something or to find or offer a job. And again, with this short writing skill and task, we will be talking something quite commercial, something quite professional. And when the things they become commercial and they become professional, they become formal also, students. And with the formal things, there should be no kind of compromise actually. The formal things, the commercial things, the professional things, like in the classified advertisement category, the things that will be displayed in a newspaper, and the newspaper will charge for that. So every word, every phrase that you will enhance, that you will add extra, okay, that will fetch extra charges for you. So this time you should be very particular about the word limits, as prescribed by CBSE, the 50 words. And here also, as the notice writing, we will be having the same categorization of our marks, where the format will carry 1 mark, the contents will carry 2 marks, and the expression will carry 1 mark. In that also, the contents will ask and will seek the information which were mentioned in the questions, and your expression is your language proficiency, even the selections of your words. And when we want to come across that what kind of advertisements and what kind of questions, okay, can be raised by CBSE, so they will be having some specific parameters like situation vacant, this advertisement written by an employer who is looking for the service of a person in his organization. That means he will put across the vacancies. Then situation wanted, this is also written by a job seeker. Then for sale, this is written in an attempt to sell property, assets, office goods, etc. Then to let, this is written by a person looking for tenants for his or her property. Then accommodation wanted, written by the ones looking for a place for accommodation. Okay, it doesn't seem like to let. To let is for offering, and accommodation wanted is to asking and to seek. Then the matrimonials, this is written while looking for the prospective marriage candidates. And then the missing ones, this is written in case any object, person goes missing, giving descriptive details for the same. So with all these topics, what kind of tips are supposed to be followed while a student is going to write down and attempt the question for the advertisements? So when you are writing an advertisement, every word counts. So being too vague or wordy will cause people to skim your advertisement instead of pausing to read it. So the same writing tenets apply no matter what type of advertisement you are writing. That means you should be very clear with your words and very appropriate, okay, with the things that you are circulating within this advertisement. It should begin with a heading in bold or uppercase letters, as it is mentioned with the examples given below the image situation wanted. So this appropriate title has been written in bold letters, even we underlined also, and even in uppercase letters, so that it can highlight what kind of things are being classified in the advertisement. The language should be according to the audience we are referring to. For example, if you want to sell something to the youngsters, the words chosen shall be good enough to attract them. This is the specific thing that everyone has to keep in his or her mind while writing for the advertisements. Means for the group of people, for the selection of the group of people, the language must be quite different from one another. If we are talking about young people, the language must be attractive. When we are talking about the elderly people, the language must be decent and wealthy. When we talk about the children, the language should be easy and catchy. Do not use the same descriptive characteristics for every type of advertisement. For example, in situation wanted case calling for receptionist applications, one must use words that are indicative of the personality and communication skills. But when we call about the technical executive, it is imperative you ask for skills limited to the IT department. That means for the specific person that you are going to hire, that you are going to call for, the technical and the diplomatic demands, okay, that you are seeking for should be mentioned separately from one another. Do not make full sentences. The prescribed limit is 50 words. And in order to make your advertisement loaded with information about the topic, you have to manage your words carefully. This is quite significant aspect of the advertisement, that there should be no sentence framing. Only we are supposed to arrange phrases. Only we are supposed to arrange the set of words like required a young, dynamic, smart, charismatic, and friendly female receptionist for Sunrise Global School. So I hope you can be comfortable that only the phrases, the set of words are supposed to be arranged in such a way that they should follow the sequence, they should follow the order. Always add contact details in the end, either in the form of contact number, email ID, or both. They are generally given in the question. That means if there is a classified advertisement, if anyone wants to contact, then there must be some sources of contact to you, either the email ID or your telephone number, and they will be given in your questions. And again, the same that we had discussed in the notice. Remember, nowhere in the answer are you required to mention your own personal details. Then it should always be in a box made with a sharpened pencil that we discussed earlier. Also, the old short writing task, question number 3, will be written into a box, and the box will be drawn with the help of a sharpened pencil, even with a ruler also. It should be neat and clean with good presentation. Students, it should belong that the class 12 students had written it. Okay, and with your legible writing and with your good presentations, perhaps the teacher will be impressed and can fetch better marks to you. And then practice a lot of advertisement, because practice makes a man perfect. So keep on practicing for yourself with the help of the basic aspects and patterns of the advertisements.